Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Monday Mailbox, the video series where we take a look at your questions and discuss them. If you want to submit your own question, make sure to leave it down in the comments under this video. Before we get into today's questions though, I just want to address one thing. I constantly keep getting people saying that, oh, you copied the idea from Matimio, and first of all, yes, I did, I have admitted it in the first episode. That's why this series is called Monday Mailbox, because he does Sunday Mailbox. And second, this channel was created by copying other ideas. I copied Level Cap with loadout videos. I copied Jackfrags with gameplay videos. I copied Westy with news videos. And I copied Critical Chris with weapon reviews. And I'm quite certain that everyone around who's watching my channel is aware that the content presented here has already been invented. I haven't reinvented a wheel, it's something that's been working on YouTube and I have replicated it and made it my own way. And even funnier thing about all of this is the fact that I'm the only one left standing and actually uploading Battlefield 1 videos almost daily. There is no one else doing it on such rate. But anyway, leaving all of this behind us, let's get into today's questions. The first question comes from Captain and he asks, what do you think DICE could do to make a very good and an iconic BF campaign? Don't get me wrong, BF1 was pretty good. Here is the thing about campaigns in Battlefield games, guys. Single player and multiplayer has two different audiences. For the most part. I know people that buy Battlefield games to only play single player campaign. I know it sounds ridiculous, but there is tons of people like this out there. And Battlefield campaigns for them are something that's visually appealing, has nice sound, nice story, but it isn't something that's challenging for players. And here is the whole problem. Because players who mainly buy Battlefield to play multiplayer, like me, I have not even touched campaign in BF1, I've tried it once and I immediately left because it was boring. I know, it looks good, it sounds good, but it's not entertaining if you want some challenge. So I think that solution here is pretty simple. All that DICE would have to do is to combine those two elements in campaign, both having a good story which looks good and having some challenge for the players to keep them interested to make it iconic. The major one complaint about the Battlefield 1 campaign from the players who actually focus on multiplayer is that it's boring. You run around, you shoot bots that can't even kill you, even on the highest difficulty level, and it doesn't offer anything, it's just boring and repetitive. The second question comes from Aiden. Again, very good question, he was in the previous video if you guys remember. He asks, do you think the challenges to get any of the good weapons in Battlefield 1 are too hard for some people, and do you think they should make it easier? Yes, I do, because weapon challenges in Battlefield 1 are pretty much the most ridiculous challenges in Battlefield series that we got in the past 5 or even more years. And it's not even about the fact that they take time or that they actually are hard and challenging. The number one problem I'm noticing, personally as someone who's doing tutorials and actually teaching you how to complete those assignments faster, is the fact that majority of them not only don't encourage team play, but also make you play the game in a way that doesn't benefit anyone. The Parabellum Unlock assignment that requires you to take out 2 planes using LMG is a perfect example of this. I know, you can boost it, if you have a friend who's willing to do it. You can have a friend to help you using AA or AA track, but still, majority of players wasted so much time on this assignment. Why couldn't the assignment require you to get, for example, 50 or 100 kills with LMGs while defending a flag? It would benefit everyone. Not only would all of those players laying down in the middle of nowhere shooting planes be on the actual objectives, but also they would have to defend them if they wanted to complete the assignment. Both team play and fun go together. I've already pointed out this problem in the previous videos about assignments in BF1, but personally, I believe that the person who's responsible for coming up with those assignments is not playing Battlefield 1. Let me give you an example of this. Development team at DICE is working on reducing grenade spam in the game, while someone responsible for coming up with the assignments puts assignment that requires you to use rifle grenades on the medic, so majority of players left out syringe and switch it up to spam with grenades. It doesn't make any sense. Why would someone do it? And that's why I believe that person responsible for the assignments isn't either playing the game or actually taking part in its development. The question number 3 comes from Kaiser's Maid Cafe and Night Sparring Club. What a name. Anyway, it says, "Yo Crrafty, are you gonna make a BF 2018 trailer reaction video?" Like, come on guys, of course I will. You know how many views and money this will make? Like, come on, we all know the game. Question number 4 comes from Median. I'm sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Anyway, the question is, what do you think about pilot/tanker class? Should their weapon be all-kit guns? No, their weapons should not be all-kit guns. Imagine assault with the Fromer stop auto. Nah, big no. But I believe that this class should actually be accessible without spawning in the vehicle. If you guys played previous Battlefield games, for example Battlefield 4, you know that there was no tanker or pilot class in this game. You could spawn as engineer, the guy who was supposed to take out the vehicles and also repair them, and if you were driving a tank for example, you could hop out and repair yourself using this class. There was no auto repair in this game, by the way, if you haven't played it. Now, the reason why tanker and pilot class was implemented in the first place was because DICE wanted to solve the problem of players using planes or tanks as taxis, for example for snipers, and wasting them. Now, the problem that was created by implementing those classes is that if someone wants to play with such class, they not only have to spawn in the vehicle, which means no one else can actually use this vehicle, but also, even if they spawn in it, destroy the vehicle, it will not appear again until this person with the tanker or pilot class dies. Now, in my not so humble opinion, the fix to this whole situation was a lot easier and it could go without designing tanker and pilot class. Why not simply log spawning in the vehicles to being engineer? You have to pick engineer class and then, and only then, you are able to actually appear in the vehicle. It will make things so much easier. Now what we could do now in Battlefield 1, after the game is pretty much designed and finished, is to allow tanker and pilot class as normal classes that you can spawn on foot as an infantry, but if you want to spawn in the vehicle, you have to pick this class first to be able to deploy in it. It's quite simple actually. I'm sometimes actually wondering why is DICE not considering such simple solutions. Instead of designing 2 extra classes in the game, designing weapons, skins, player models, everything, why couldn't they just log vehicles to spawning in them if you are a support with the range? It would make things so much easier and cheaper. Anyway guys, that would be it for today's video. If you want your questions to be answered in the next episode, make sure to leave them down in the comments under this video. And as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.